truly the only thing different that I can throw at you guys is to, rather than giving you a picture, just give you the data. So you basically have to sketch your own picture, and then we can decide which ambiguous case is this. Is there none, is there one, or is there two as we go through our math. So in this case, the angle A is given, so angle B is not, angle C is not. We have side A and we have side B, so that means side C is not known. So we definitely have a side angle, all right, or an S. Okay, and so if we draw the picture here, right, here's a potential, picture of what we've got. Angle A we know to be 39 degrees, right? Side A is 28. Side B is 41. I don't know B, I don't know C, and I don't know little c. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. We could have none, right? Or we could have one, or we can have two solutions. Let's go through the math. So for the ratio that I have, I got everything for A. So this law of sine says the sine of 39 over 28, right, is equal to the sine of B all over 41. So if we multiply both sides by 41, we get that the sine of B is 41 sine of 39 degrees over 28. All right, and I'm just going to reach for my calculator because, again, rather than doing a double kind of thing there, let's just see if we get a domain error, if we get something that works. So we got the inverse sine of 41 sine of 39 degrees all over 28. So do we get a domain error, or do we get, like, remember the two possibilities right now, do we get the quad 1 angle that we hopefully get? So when I put this in my calculator, let me quit, right? We're going to put the inverse sine of 41, the sine of 39 divided by 28. If I get a domain error, it's impossible. If we get a number, that means we're good to go, and we get a number. So that means that B, what is that, 67, 1471? 67, 1471 degrees. So we have an angle, right? So in quadrant number 1, we're talking about 67, 1471 degrees. So that means, right, what about angle C? Well, angle C would be 180 minus the angle 39 that we had minus the angle that we just found, right? Again, 67, 1471, right? I'm basically using that A plus B plus C should equal 180. So my C value then, my angle C, would be 180 minus 39 minus 67.1471. So I'm getting 73.85, 79 degrees. So there's our angles right now. So this one is 73.8579. This one is 67.1471. So all we need to do is find the side C, and I'll do that by invoking, I know that the sine of 39 degrees over 28 should be equal to the sine of 73.8579 all over that angle C. As we've seen before, if I cross multiply and then divide by that, we get that C is 28, the sine of 73.8579, all divided by the sine of 39. All right, so there is our side C. So again, reaching for my calculator, trying to get that glare out of here, we get 28, the sine of 73.8579, divided by the sine of 39. And that should be divide. And what we get is 42.7382. 42.7383. All right, so that's side C, 42.7383. And so again, just a real quick check, right? Notice that the largest angle is 73, and 42 happens to be the largest side. 39 is the smallest angle, 28 happens to be the smallest side. 67.1471 is the intermediate angle, and 41 is the intermediate side. So that tells me we're good. So there's at least one possibility. So what about the quad 2, right? So let's go ahead and call that B star, right? So again, its reference angle will be 67.1471. So the B star that we're looking for is that angle there. So that's 180 minus the 67.471 that we got. So let's see if that's a possibility. So 180 minus 67.1471. That gives us a possible B star, 1112.8529. All right, so if that's B star, what is C star going to be? Right? Well, again, for the triangle itself, right, A plus B star plus C star has to equal 180. So my C star is 180 minus the angle A, which was given, minus the angle B that we think we just found, right? So let's see. If this is positive, then we're good to go. If it's negative, that means that's no go. So 180 minus 39 minus 112.8529 gives us an angle of 28.1471. So that basically says we do in fact have two potential solutions. The one we found over here, and then the one we're going to find over here. So we know what B star is and C star is, so we just need to know little c. So doing that work, let me make a difference between that c. Little c star, right? Well, let's cut to the chase. The sine of 39 degrees all over 28 would be the sine of 28.471 all over little c, and I'll call that little c star. So again, cross multiplying and dividing, we get that little side's c star is 28 sine of 28.471 all divided by the sine of 39. All right, and so let's go to our calculator, and that would be 28, the sine of 28.1471 divided by the sine of 39, and what we get is 20, looks like 98.87. So C star is 20.9887. So what this is telling us then, if we put this all together, right, B is an obtuse angle. So here's A, and A right, A is 39 degrees. C we found to be 28.1471 degrees. B we found to be 112.8529 degrees. Side B was 41, excuse me, yeah, 28, and then side C is 20.9887. So the largest angle has the largest side, the smallest angle has the smallest side, that's a 28, and the intermediate angle has the intermediate side. So there's two possibilities then for this situation. So if we have a given angle of 39 and a side of 41 and a side of 28, then there's two possible answers. This answer here with the B, C, and little c, or this one over here with the B star, the C star, and the little c star. So that one had a twofer. All right, so again, work cut out for us. Again, to kind of summarize what we had in terms of, gosh, where was that? I had a nice little flow chart. So, oh, here it is. So to kind of summarize this in a flow chart, right, and you'll see this one more time, but to summarize this in a flow chart, right, if we have an SSA, right, there is a possibility of having no solutions, right? We get a domain error. We get one solution, so the one in quadrant 1 is the only one that works. The one in quad 2 gives us a negative possibility, or we have a quad 1 and a quad 2 answer that actually do in fact work. Right, and we've seen that a couple of times already. We saw that once, right? But there's kind of a little flow chart on how we use the law of sines. Here was 7.1 and 7.1, and right now we're right smack dab in the middle of 7.2 with any one of these three possibilities. All right, so let's do one more example. I've got it right up there. All right, but I'm going to cut away to a new video and start nice and fresh.